What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bolts Breakdown. Today, I'll be going over my playoff predictions and what I think is going to happen in the playoffs. Amazing wild card weekend, probably the best in recent memory, to be honest. This was an electric wild card weekend, and I'm excited to see more. But let's get into it right now. First up, we got the Bills versus Broncos. The Bills coming off a huge win against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, honestly, I thought they were going to win that game. Um, Unfortunately, Trevor Lawrence threw an interception on the first play of the drive, and the Bills won. And I'm just excited to see what Josh Allen can do against his defense against the Broncos. This Broncos defense is probably top one or two in the NFL. I'll actually give number one to the Texans. Broncos number two defense in the NFL. All those sacks led the NFL. Almost had the record, like probably like 4 or 5 off if I remember. But this Broncos team is going to get pressured, but I think Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He can definitely evade this pressure, and I'm confident. I'm confident in Josh Allen, and I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to take the win here and move on to the conference championship once again. Will he get through this year? We don't know. Um, I just think Josh Allen is an amazing quarterback, an amazing playoff quarterback as well. Um, and I think he's championship ready. He's Super Bowl ready. I think um, he might have a shot to make the Super Bowl this year. Next, Texans versus Patriots. Drake May coming off a huge win against the Chargers. Um, Texans, CJ Stroud, who struggled against the Steelers defense. They're coming off with a huge win. But this Texans defense is so good. I mean, they are so good. But Drake May, this Chargers defense, he went against a top passing defense and he kind of struggled. Did struggle a little bit. He lit it up in the second half, but he did struggle in the first half. Um, he got sacked like 6 times. I mean, I even think this Texans pressure is even bigger. So you got to expect that he is going to get sacked. Drake May's going to get sacked. So he's going to have to be he's going to have to be Superman. He's going to have to evade pressure like he did against the Chargers, and he can't let Drake May get going. You saw, you know, you're so worried about him through the air, and then he becomes a runner. He becomes a runner, and then he runs for 70 yards on you, and he wins the game. Then you got to worry about that, and he throws a dime 40-yard touchdown against the Chargers for a touchdown to Hunter Henry. You just got to worry a lot with Drake May and this offense. This Patriots defense as well, hold Chargers offense at 3 points. They had no idea what they were running. Chargers offense were lost. They were lost in the sauce. They were just getting destroyed, pounded, horrible offense, horrible play calls, horrible just offense in general for the Chargers. This Patriots team, well, they beat. I think the Patriots team is going to win only because CJ Stroud, I don't think he's as ready to Drake May. CJ Stroud struggling in the playoffs. Drake May, I think he's really, really found his rhythm, and he's going to be an MVP level candidate for years to come. Next up, we got 49ers who just came off a big win against the Eagles and Seattle Seahawks who had a bye. This one's questionable. Not really. I think the Seahawks are going to win this one. End of discussion. The 49ers, Brock Purdy, yes, he's been there before. Yes, he's an amazing quarterback. Yes, he might be underrated, but Brock Purdy, I don't think he's really, and this 49ers offense is really as electric as his number one seed. They're not a complete team like the Seahawks. The Seahawks team is amazing. They're built. They got Sam Darnold first of all, JSN second of all. I mean, expect for them to be passing the football. I expect JSN to have at least 100 yards or 2 touchdowns in this game. They're going to be slinging it down the field and then running it on the inside with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I think this is going to be a blowout, to be honest. Probably like 24 to like 10. That's my prediction for this match. 49ers, they're a good team, good defense. Just beat the reigning Super Bowl champs, but those reigning Super Bowl champs have not been good this season. Saquon has not been himself. Jalen Hurts was not as good. AJ Brown was dropping passes left and right. Nick Sirianni was yelling at his team. This defense was their defense was good as usual. But, this 49ers team overcame that, but I don't think they can overcome the number one seed Seahawks. Next up, Rams versus Bears. Just saw Matthew Stafford struggle. You saw him struggle against the seven seed was it oh my I'm going blank Panthers. I'm sorry. I actually went to that game, Bucks versus Panthers, and those Panthers did not look good to me. What I saw was not a complete team, making many mistakes that they shouldn't have. Yes, it was pouring rain, but they shouldn't have. Going on to the playoffs, they played amazing. Bryce Young played lights out. They just played amazing against this elite Rams defense. And Matthew Stafford, he's got to do better. He's got to play better like he has. He has to play like Super Bowl champion like he was. But I don't think he's going to get done. Caleb Williams has been playing at an MVP level. Nobody wants to talk about it. He's been playing like a top 5 quarterback. He's an amazing quarterback, and that's why they're going to move on. Next up, we got Bills versus Patriots in the championship. 1-1 in the season. Patriots won the first one. Bills won the second one. How will this go? I don't know. I just think the Bills are a more complete team than the Patriots. The Patriots, Drake May has not been to this level. Yes, and I have this in this I haven't won in 2 playoff games, but still, I don't think they're ready for a team like the Bills and Josh Allen. I feel like the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl for the first time in a while. Josh Allen's first Super Bowl. Next up, Bears versus Seahawks. This is going to be a good game. Caleb Williams versus Sam Darnold. JSN has been going lights out. I just think the Seahawks are going to make the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Sorry. It's just this is what I think is going to happen. Sam Darnold's going to be lighting it out, and it's just going to be a battle in the Super Bowl of new quarterbacks. Josh Allen's never been to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold's definitely never been to the Super Bowl. But whose team is more complete? I had to give that to the Seahawks. Seahawks team is way more complete. They know what they're doing, but I feel if Josh Allen plays a perfect game, they can win this game. They can win the Super Bowl. Um, it's hard because the Seahawks is just a way better team. The Bills defense has question marks. His offense have question marks. That's why they were the 6th seed and won the division. Um, it's really hard, but I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks as Super Bowl champions. Seahawks have been playing super well. Elite team. Sam Darnold's gonna get his Super Bowl. Who would have thought of that? And just this Seahawks team has been playing amazing. Jason, they're probably going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Actually, he is going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Just an amazing season from the Seahawks. That's my prediction for the Super Bowl. But I'll see you guys later. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.